I'm here to read Grumpy Monkey. We read this in the preschool all the time. I know some of you know this book. Grumpy Monkey by Suzanne Lang, illustrated by Max Lane. Turn the page. One wonderful day, Chimpanzee woke up to discover that nothing was quite right. Look at his face. The sun was too bright, the sky was too blue, and the bananas were too sweet. Jim was confused. What's going on? Maybe you're grumpy, suggested his friend Norman from next door. On his walk, he met Marabou. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Marabou. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Marabou. It's such a wonderful day. But look how you're standing, Marabou said. It's true, you're all hunched. You're grumpy. I'm not grumpy, said Jim. So Jim tried to loosen up. Then he ran into Lemure. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Lemure. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Lemure. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Your eyebrows look grumpy, said Lemure. It's true, said Norman. They're all bunched up. Like this. Do you get your eyebrows bunched up when you're grumpy? So Jim raised his eyebrows. I'm not grumpy. Turn the page. Then he tripped over Snake. Oh no, said Norman. That's the last thing you need when you're feeling so grumpy. Grumpy, me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Then why that frown? Said Snake. I think it's because he tripped over you, Norman whispered to Snake. So Jim put on a smile. I'm not grumpy. Turn the page. Oh, hope you guys can see this. Everyone wanted Jim to enjoy this wonderful day. You should sing with us, said the birds. Cheep, 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 cheep. Jim, look at Jim. He didn't feel like singing. His face was all squunched up. He was sitting with his hands on his head. You should swing with us, said his friend Norman and all the monkey friends. Jim didn't feel like swinging. You should roll with us, said the zebras. Jim didn't feel like rolling in the dark or the sand. You should stroll with us, said the peacocks. Jim didn't feel like strolling like peacocks. You should lie in the grass like the lion, said Norman. Jim didn't feel like lying in the grass. You should stomp your feet like our friend Ellie the elephant. But Jim didn't feel like stomping his feet. You should take a bath like Hippie the hippo and make a splash like our friend Otter. Or you should hug someone like Sally Snake. Or you should laugh like the laughing hyena. Ha 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 ha. Or take a nap like Allie the alligator. You should eat old meat like Vivi the vulture. Or eat some honey like Bubbles the bear. You should jump up and down like Freddie the frog. You should sit in the sun. Or you should dance like Porky the porcupine. But Jim didn't feel like doing any of that. What did Jim say? He said, I'm not grumpy. Jim, poor Jim. Oh, I'm having troubles turning the page. Let me see. Hang on a sec. Jim was so grumpy. Look, he stomped off from all of his friends. Bye-bye, Jim. His friends didn't know what to do to help him feel better. Now Jim just felt sorry. a little sorry for shouting at everyone. He shouted at all his friends, but he mostly felt sorry for himself. I guess I am grumpy, sighed Jim. And just as he was starting to feel really, really sad all by himself, what happened? He came to Norman. There's Norman. Can you see Norman? Norman was slumped. His eyebrows were bunched up and he was frowning. Like that. What's the matter? Are you grumpy? Jim asked his friend Norman. Can you see Norman's face? No, said Norman. I danced with Porcupine, and now I have porcupines on my rump. Norman got all his owies out, and then Jim asked, Are you okay? It hurts, said Norman, but I'll probably feel better soon enough. Are you still grumpy, Jim? Yes, said Jim, but I'll probably feel better soon enough too. For now, I just need to feel grumpy. It's a wonderful day to be grumpy, said Jim. And Norman agreed. And he already felt a little bit better sitting up in the tree with his friend. The end. Bye.